Fireflies. Welcome to the get ready for the day routine where we do it head to toe, get your body moving, get your blood flowing so you can face the day a little more awake, a little more alive. We are here for you every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. We have a beginner routine. Supposedly it's 6 o'clock, but usually we're a bit late. And right after that, we jump on to the intermediate. And of course, we dance at the end of this because it's a dance channel. That's what we do. And we break down dances so that everyone can learn them. A lot of people say to me, "Oh, I have two left feet. I'm not coordinated." But dance is all about repetition, doing movements over and over. And I'm also somebody who needs things, new styles broken down for me. So, piece by piece, and do all the components separately before putting them together slowly. So that's a very good way to learn. If dance is something that you haven't done before, struggled with in the past, we can do it here on this channel. All right, there, guys. Planting your feet, magnetizing them to the ground. You're trying to feel your whole foot, every part of your foot, all those nerve endings. There's so many of them in our feet, and all suction to the ground. And breathing in down, in through your nose, and then out your mouth, breathing in new air, pushing out the old air, breathing in the day, the new possibilities. Out with the old stuff, let it go. And let's just bring our arms up and down just a little bit, get them moving. Start just by slowly getting pieces moving into the front. Like you're tossing like a piece of material for friends. And knees. Just a little bit. So they're not really bending them, you're just loosening and straightening them. And try to find a stance where your knees are aligned over your toes. That's just a very comfortable, nice, sturdy base that your knees are aligned to go. And just gonna put my shoulders moving. And just up, down. And shifting your weight over one leg. Yes, slide your foot a little bit on the floor, shifting it to the other leg, and sliding it. Okay, so I'm gonna try and just do through some other stuff and do some balancing. It's Wednesday for balancing. And before, we'll make sure we get all 3 sets in and some sides down. All right. Let's start with our wrist. And through slow, continuous movements. I am tired. Good morning. And come into the middle. And slowly shaking. And coming back to the middle. And if you've had any neck issues, we just think start out. Really tilting our head a little. And this is right at the top like a bobblehead. Ear to your shoulder. Ear to your shoulder. Gentle movements. Slow and continuous. This is for your fascia. And our fascias like slow, continuous movements. First, the fascia has to make it up, and then everything else that's underneath. And taking one shoulder, and we're going to put that shoulder forward. We're going to put the other shoulder forward. One shoulder forward. Another shoulder forward. Shoulder, 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 shoulder. And shoulders going up, down. Shoulders coming up. Shoulders going down. And at this time, your shoulders go down. Just take your hands and just kind of slide them down and like you're getting some momentum. And shoulders up to your ears. Your hands are sliding up a little. And they're sliding down. Like they're jumping up. And shoulders going up. And sliding down. One more. This is something we're going to be using in our dancing later on. That's a lot of the styling in mountain dance is it's kind of sliding. It's using that momentum for your legs. Okay, so let's try something for me today. I'm going to start to try to feel our shoulder blades where they are. So what I'm trying to do is just I should have some there, but see if we can see that. Let's just try and feel where they are and see if we can pull them together. If you can't feel them yet, then I want you to just kind of imagine where they are. They run from here to here. They're touching our arms. So then like a kind of plate moving. So I want you to imagine where they are with you. And if you can't, try and slide them a little closer together. Good job. So, hands are so steady again. And then just let the right shoulder down. And then the left shoulder. You can see the rest of my body's moving. This is just shoulders. And then to Alabama. And a little bit more. And a bit of movement. Bigger. Bigger. And then come to our middles. And thank you, 1591. You remember how when we're doing our homework, how it's like we're going to cramp in our middle? I want us to get that cramp, but we're just going to make it like a flow. And your knees just a little bit and and let's just do a little weight shift from side to side. Square is here. Shoulders and your hips are forming a square. And this square is just like sliding across the flat surface. And we'll just keep that even. And this is just like a warm up weight shift from foot to foot. Just feel that your weight goes one foot and it's like you're bouncing off. Bouncing off, going to the other foot. It's a very, very small, gentle lean back. So just to give you a bigger range of movement. That's two. Rolling backwards. Rolling backwards. Downwards. Upwards. Shoulders rolling forward. And then shoulders rolling back. And remember, fireflies, as you go back today, every time you think of it, roll your shoulders back, give yourself some nice posture, and get that muscle memory going. So, just every time you let your shoulders relax, go back, and you think, oh, posture, roll back. And little by little, that muscle memory is going to kick in. All right, fireflies, let's do our core because we're going to be balancing today. All right, so you're going to be loosening these little and we're really get groove. And then as you straighten up, this is going to still carry right in here. I want to feel like it's getting longer and longer and longer and longer and thinking about it. And we'll do a 14 reset. If you're new here, do 2 or 3, and then work up slowly from there. We like to set realistic goals here that we can maintain. All right, so in the middle and lengthening 1, and lengthening 2. I can feel better if I kind of do this with my hands here. It's just kind of a reminder. And 6, 7, lengthening, and 8, lengthening, and 9, and 10, and 11, 12, 14. Good job there, guys. And lean back. So you're leaning back, just gonna stretch out the muscle that you're working. Look at the sky. If you're pulling the other direction. Yes, and then we're stretch the opposite way. And let's go onto our knees. This is a small knee bend. Again, everybody's unique and different, so you want to get yourself a stance where your knees can go right over your toes, because our knees really only move in one direction. There are people who are exceptions to have some kind of jump there and see that, but most of us, our knees go. And we're going to be tightening your legs before we start to bend. And the whole time you're going to pretend you have something balanced on your head. So you want to stay up straight. It just goes straight down. If you want to hang on to something balance, do that, but try not to lean on it. Just touch it for balance. And when we get down to the bottom of our knee bend, instead of rising up, we're going to push the ground away from us. Push the ground, and the ground's going to go down. So that's the feeling you want to have. Pushing it away from later on, we're dancing, and this is down the road, and this is something that takes a long time to get the feeling of. That's why we started now, is that you're really dancing kind of into the ground instead of on top of it. So that's in the style we're learning now. So all right, stand up nice and straight, pull your core tight, and take your legs, and knees going over your toes, halfway down, and push the ground away from you. And legs tightening, knees over your toes, going down, look, and push the ground away from you. Legs tightening, knees going over your toes, pushing the ground away from you. Legs tightening, knees going over your toes, pushing the ground away from you. Legs tightening, knees going over your toes. Push the ground away, don't drop your glove. One more, legs tightening, knees going over your toes. Push the ground away. Shake that. And I'm just going to do a little swing, just get up, and then we're going to do our second set. This is just right from side to side. So you get a little momentum. And just try and stay straight up so your head stays in place. And swing. And then we're going to do down. Okay, so standing there, guys. That core today for balance. Okay, so we're gonna start and lengthen this middle section here. So it's a bit longer. And that pulls you up. Hi, Jared. Morning. Okay, let's get down. So, here's one if you want. I like to loosen my movement. And breath in, and 14 like 13 and 12. Is it Zima? Zima. But it is 10. 9. Let's fix it to later this time. 8. 7, getting taller and taller. So you make that. And then 6. And 5 lengthening. 4 lengthening. Let the little part and two. Oh, good job. Just 2 sets, leaning back, stretching with that middle part. Maybe stretching my legs a little bit. And then just 4 sets, and then side work two, and then we're gonna do some balancing today. It's great to balance. Alright, so I'm gonna have something, a chair, a table, kind of a wall, a shelf, anything that you find. This is just for balance. You're not gonna lean on it, but you know, we'll be able to catch yourself if you need. So we put either your weight on our front leg, or we have the one leg behind us. And the distance is going to depend on you because we're all different and for different stages. But this is one that we do every single time because we put a lot of pressure on the feet and that part of our leg. So this tends to shorten. So we're gonna try and lengthen that. Not to counteract what we're doing, but when we feel that. And I like to just go slowly down and stay straight up. Focus on your head. And you feel the stretching of the back. If you feel the knee bending, take it a little bit closer. You want to try and either like pretty straight for this one because we're going to be bending it when we bring it in, and that'll give you different stretch. And here you go, straight. And bring it in. Keep weights coming more in the middle. And move that down. Then you feel a different stretch in your leg stretch. And forward. This is swinging to the front. And try to feel your toes off the ground. So feeling like you're trying to reach your knee with your toes. To pull up. Pull up. And to the other leg. And behind it, straighten it out. And the distance doesn't matter. It's where you are. Your body and your journey. So if you keep it closer, keep it closer. But try to keep it straight because we want to get a nice long stretch here and then we'll move it in. Holding straight and straight up, balancing it up. And then a little bit, and just then put our weight into the middle. And when you sit down, you're going to feel a different stretch. And we bend up, just bring that same leg forward. Try and feel our toes off the ground. It's like you're trying to, the feeling is like trying to bring those toes to your knee. Trying to off it. All right, don't get too far from your hands. And we're going to get back to that core last set, and then we're over done with that for today. Okay, so we're going to grab the middle, so it's like something cool. And your tummy, and then as you're coming up, it's getting longer, 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 longer. Like that's something that stretches out like a piece of taffy or a big stretch right there. All right, so we're going and one, and stretching out to taffy, and 3, and 4, and 5, and 6, and 7, and 7, and 6, lengthen each time, and 5, and 4, and 3, and 2, and like the longer arm. We are all of those for today. Back. Stretching out. Steady working. Back to our subject. Because we move it on our sides and we're gonna some bouncing exercises here, and then we're gonna do them just a minute more. Okay, so let's start again. See your arm up. So when you raise your arm up, you want to try to raise your shoulder with it. Raise just your arm. Favorite workout. Oh, that would be. I guess a ballet workout, like a ballet class, because that's also very kind of head to toe. It's your whole body working, and then you do exercises. Hang out so that you're balanced, then you move into the middle, you do more exercises, so then you start to jump, and then at the end, I'll jump. So that's when you get your work. Okay, so put an arm up, lift to your shoulder, and then we're just going to over. So I want you to keep your hips in place. You need to like this knees, you can do that. Hips are in place, and you're trying to make the bend above your hips. So this is like a tree trunk. And next it's coming up. And little bends to start. As you're coming up, remember that feeling of lengthening. And presence. And lengthening. And let's go deeper. And lengthen as you come up. And deeper. And lengthen as you come up. And now we're going to go stretch here. And over. Try to keep your hips in place. This is just your side bending over. And you're trying to relax this. Beautiful. And so you grab your hand and it's pulling it this way. Stretch over there. And as you come up, they still have your hand and they're bringing in a big arc. Lengthen in the middle. So you come up and turn around. And we're gonna get a nice sturdy tree trunk from the hips down. And this one's gonna try to just use your arm and not your shoulder. And a little bends. The top of a tree swaying in the breeze. And your arms up and down. So your arm is kind of, it's like your arm is bringing your body over. Deeper. And still keeping your hips in place. Twist your arm. As you come out. Over something. And we're going to stretch. Then bring it over. And stretch here. And then so we grabbing in here. And it's really a big arc as you lengthen the muscles. Look them. There lies. Okay, let's do some. So I'm gonna hold on with two hands for now because I'm gonna face this well with one hand on, but this may feel a little better aligned because holding on one hand, it's a little easier to distort yourself without knowing it. So I'm gonna hang on with hands. Now you remember our weight shift that we have our squares, our shoulders, and our heads. We taped it up yesterday, but tape all around so you can see that square. And you're applying that square along the flat surface. Like you got a tabletop here, and you are sliding it onto one leg. And you want your square stacked over that leg like it's a tower of blocks. Right over there. Hips are even. Shoulders are even. It's like 3 lines. You, Eric. You. And that is light. This leg is free, right? So this leg, we can pick it up. What we're going to do now, it's going to hold it there. And try to twist yourself a little bit. And if you're feeling off balance, it's very likely that your square has got a little bit distorted as you've been going up. So try and go back and slide it on. Remember, this is horizontal line. The hips are staying right in that line. Stack moving that leg. And you're lifting up your other leg. Thank you so much, Eric. Cute. And testing yourself. And down. And the other leg. And my chair here. So we're gonna take our hips. And here we want to bend a little bit just so you have a better range of movement. Because on straight legs, it's harder to keep your hips on that line. So you do want to bend them a little bit. But if you want to straighten them when you get to your balance point, that sliding them across a straight line. So your stacked right over that leg, you're lifting it up and testing your balance. If you want, you can keep it straight here. If you keep it straight, you gotta really tighten the core though. And testing yourself, putting it down. Oh, you're so kind there. Thank you. Sliding it back to this side. More of these. Testing the balance here. And this foot down, sliding this hips on. And lifting your foot up and testing your balance. Hands on bum. Just trying to see if you can balance there. And if you're supposed to line leg, that's where your balance is. And back to the middle. Push down into the ground and come back up. Here your legs like shake hands. Oh, thank you so much, Erin. Thank you. Nice of you. So, if you want, we've also done some exercises. Let's warm up just our tiptoes first. So we're gonna get same thing. We're gonna put our weight over one leg. We're just gonna raise it and go to the heel. So we want to warm it up. We do anything. That is something that I learned when I was um in my career. I was a ballerina, and I found that I could prevent serious injuries. The injuries of life, just about everybody gets injured sooner or later. But I was able to escape major injuries because I was very um, serious about warming up and stretching beforehand. And also, when I was talking about my performance level, I was actually after the performance tired month, I stretched afterwards. So, warming up is very, very important before we do anything. Second, we want to keep two hands on here. And that's it that we've been raising and lowering. So we're over the drink. And then we're just going to rest it a little ways away from us on the tiptoes. So the outer legs and the tiptoe. And then we're going to stay straight like a board. And that board is going to tilt towards this foot. So you feel some weight on it. This foot is going to dig into the ground. So you push into the ground and push your back. So you're stacked. And breathing towards it. Pushing to the ground to come back up. And feel that stack. Feel that square. Feel the flick in your head. And leaning towards it. And pushing to the ground and coming back up. Then you stack. And leaning into it. And pushing into the ground. Back to your stack. Then we're going to the other foot. So again, you're still hanging on. Just for balance though. Try not to put any weight on your chair, counter, table, wall, whatever you're holding on to. This is just there. So in case you need it or to make yourself feel a little more secure. And you're gonna. So we're gonna raise and lower the other foot. Shift your weight over your other leg. And you're gonna move your foot down. So you're warming up that tippy toe. There are a lot of bones and muscles and nerves in your feet. And just keep too quiet. hot for us, so make sure that we warm up before we start to. Okay, so we have to have our square stacked over our leg. And raise this one up on the tippy toe. You feel like you're bored. Straight forward. And you're gonna lean towards it and feel weight over it, and then you're gonna push it to the ground. Kick Kimberly. And come back so you're stacked over your supporting leg. And you're staying straight forward. Pushing into the ground. And like you're bored and pushing into the ground. Leaning over, pushing into the ground and come back up to your step. And pushing and so we're going to be, if you remember when we were doing dance technique, we pretended we were skaters, that we stepped right through our legs. So we're just be walking today. We're going to take that step, we go normally, and we're going to shift our weight onto it, but we're going to be thinking about our square as we do that. And slowly bring your leg in and lifting. So we're stacked right in front of our square. And then we're going to step back. You can come down and slide it out. It's okay too. Feel that weight shift as your square is going over like the stepping on. Stack it. And then you lift up your foot. And do that again. Take another step. From the front. And a step on there. And you move that square and stack up your leg. And put it forward. As you can see. And slide your hips over it. Don't get in the square. Only up your leg. And then down. And then we do the same thing we did holding on. And slide out this leg. Slide our square over onto it. And slide to it. Force back. Side. Slide in. You can bring it through here. Or you can pick it straight up if you're feeling very secure. And down. And shift it out a little bit. And back to our balancer and balancer. Shifting our weight over one leg, so we're going to take that square, shift it over, and just lift up one leg. So the feeling I want you to have here is that there's something going along the back and stretching you out. So you're not just lifting your leg. The feeling you want is that something's going on, maybe thinking longer. And that's what's picking up your leg. And bringing it back. Your weight's gonna stay over that other leg the whole time. So this leg is free. And you can feel that with that. Maybe it's like an elastic, if that elastic's pulling out there. And coming back. And the elastic is feeling on the back of your leg. And bring it out, trying to get it up. And coming back. Now we're going to do the other leg. So to do that, finger square, shift it over. And we're on the other leg. That feeling is all the way down the back of your leg. In front of you. I'm here for balance. Try not to lean on it. And then back. And that feeling is going all down your leg to the ground and out in front of you. That leg up. And right. Bring it to the front. Good job. Shake it out a little. You're going to do the left, which is all the way. You might be familiar with because we've done it before. And we're going to move on to chala. Okay, so standing up nice and straight. And you feel like everything's pulling up towards the sky. And we're gonna take it, we're gonna pretend we're on board. We're gonna take that board and just lean it forward. It's like, so instead of, we don't want to bend here, we want to lean forward. And come back. And forward. So your shifting weight is shifting from the middle towards the balls of your feet. And back. Okay, butterflies. I'm going to do our chatting. We're just going to do a review today because I have to finish with some intermediates. So we've got to get to that. And then I have a practice coming up. So we're just going to review what we have so far. And on Friday, we're going to add to that. So this is our basic, which is a side step. We're going to step left together, left step, right tap, right together, right tap, left together, left tap, right together, right tap, left and left together, left, right, right together, right tap, together, left tap, right, right together, right tap, left. So we've got that a little bit slower on previous slides, so we want to go like towards the end of them if you want to review that. Then we'll see those steps there. And so we do that side step, and we also go forwards and backwards. So then left, right, left, tap, right, right, left, right, tap, left, left, right, left, tap, right, right, left, right, tap, left. And then we just did a step tap. Do that step, tap, right, step, right, tap, left, step, left, tap, right, step, right, tap, left, and so. And then we went back to our basics, and we're doing our step left together, left tap, right. We'll do the basic, bring our arms up, and bring our arms down. And just kind of sweeping up, and sweeping down. Sweeping down. And sweeping down. So the most important thing here is to keep your feet moving and bachata rhythm. That's what we're aiming for today. So we're just aiming to keep our feet going in a nice steady rhythm. And then whatever your body's doing on top, you can be doing all kinds of crazy stuff, but that rhythm, we want to keep it going. All right, that applies. So something you might want to think about. Maybe you just want to think about the steps at this point in the back of your mind. Is that your square is shifting each time you step. We've done some exercises for this. Just take little steps because it'll be easier to shift your weight over. Remember that to get somewhere, your leg has to be free, but also if you want to step, get that weight right over it so you can move more quickly. Because if you take a long time shifting your weight, your steps are going to be slower. You want to be quick. You want to get it right over your leg and push it right over the leg you're stepping on. Okay, so I'm going to start with my back to you so you can follow like that. I'm going to flip your back. Besando la herida así como antes me besaba a mí. En parte me alegra que uno de los dos no te llora bien. Ojalá me piense de cuando y me llama por Right. Yeah. Yeah. Right. Yeah, that's really. Right. Right. Yes. Together, yeah. So, right. Together. Thank you for being here. Thank you for traveling this journey together on the bus. Break that down for the intermediates. And I wish you a wonderful day, my dear friends. Think of it, roll your shoulders back. Get yourself a nice posture. And I will see you very soon. Bye. Love to all of you.